Okay, listen, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to also go and pump that stock, baby. Exposing a 500 gajillion bajillion scam gets dangerous. Let's see what happens, man.
Today we're uncovering a $500 million Ponzi scheme
Part
called Trader's
two.
Domain. In part one, we exposed a web of scammers. We found an ongoing government investigation. But as I spoke to victims, I realized there was someone behind the curtains controlling it all.
Ted
And that's when I
Frlicolo.
find out there's this one guy named Ted who's making all the trades and he's
Ted
running this Ponzi scheme.
Frlicolo.
We now learn of this savant that is the man behind Trader's Domain. And so this is the first time I ever hear the name Ted Safranco. And I'm like, who the freak is Ted? Who's Ted?
That is the multi-million-dollar question.
So
And I
is
decided
Ted the
best place to
actual
look for answers
person doing the
was
stuff?
starting with the victims. Welcome to part two.
My understanding of
Is he
who
the-
Ted Safranco
he's the real
was
trader?
at the time I invested was an experienced trader.
He's a master trader with relationships like this all over the world, and he was internationally known and respected.
Very credible Wall Street trader. I know that's bad to, judge a book judge a book off of their cover, but he just looked like, like a normal guy.
Bro can't even talk. Where did he get? What do these people be doing for the bag?
Like a Wall Street trader.
Put me
he,
on.
He didn't seem like the type of guy that would mess you over.
But looking into his real past, everything showed the opposite. He didn't work on Wall Street. He got his start in 2016 when he was the student of a 23-year-old get-rich-quick guru on Instagram named Nino Koroff. We know this because of a testimonial he filmed.
Hi everyone, my name is Ted. I've been working around right now with Nino for probably about 6 months. Really what I did is, for 2016, what I tried to do is I really wanted to set myself up nice. Being a little bit older, I've been working for many years now, almost 15 years. I wanted to have a lifestyle change. I wanted to get into something different to give myself a better
Wanted to start
opportunity
scamming
in
these
life.
boys.
And literally, I went through social media. I found Nino on Instagram. I sort of laughed actually because I saw him with his Lambo and all his fun stuff. And me being as old as I am now, maybe 37 years old, 36 years old, I couldn't really fathom how somebody was doing what they were doing at such a young age.
Wow. The answer, of course, to Ted's question is that Nino was scamming people with get-rich-quick courses, and Ted soon figured this out. He started his own grift called the Forex Family Course, which eventually led to the launch of his very own Forex brokerage called Trader's Domain. Ted said that it would be
God, dog, people be leaving the whole
non-manipulative,
blueprint
as opposed to
behind.
most of the
They be
scammy
leaving
brokerages
all
of
this
the time.
little-
And with his business partner,
All
David
of it,
Negus, they
thinking
opened
it's
their
never
doors
gonna go
in
down.
2018. I found this out because I talked to the roommate at the time who witnessed everything.
So my name's Jonathan Sameta. I was roommates with David Negus at the start of
boy
2018,
snitching?
pretty much for the whole duration of the year. And I witnessed the inception of Trader's Domain from the beginning. It was
Damn, he probably tight. He probably didn't chip in. Like he probably was like, nah, I'm not gonna get involved. Or homeboy didn't let him get involved in it, and that's why he's snitching. I don't understand why he would snitch. Cause I would have thought like it's your roommate. Like he probably got in there. You know what I'm saying? He probably got in there with him. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
basically run out of the spare bedroom of our house.
That's right. We have an eyewitness who saw the beginning of this. And what he told me is that Trader's Domain was originally selling themselves as one of the good guys.
Forex has a lot of shysterness in the industry. I'm sure a lot of people are aware of that.
Duh.
And
Every
a lot of
single person
brokers
in it
have bad reputations, with doing shady dealings. Ted and Dave started this operation under the premise of the good guy and honesty and being for the little guy sort of thing, someone you could trust, which everybody bought.
Just capping.
Ted did have a good
Normal
reputation
capology.
in the community.
The way they did this was they described themselves as an A-book brokerage, which I
feel like
didn't
my
really
hoodie is
understand
like
at the time, but
snagging on my
basically
body.
They were one of the legitimate ones.
Can you just explain really briefly what the difference between A book and B book are?
So A book, your orders are direct to the market, and B book, basically the broker takes the opposite side of your trade.
So you get
so
rid of the
when you
market?
lose money, they win. Because most traders lose, so a lot of brokerages go B book because they make money off the trader. Your orders aren't actually going to the market. It's just the broker basically shamming you.
Okay, to summarize what he said
What?
real quick, because it's important. Forex brokers, which are A book, it just means that your trades are real. B booking is when the trades are kept in-house and things can be faked. They can be messed with. And this is why Ted said that his brokerage was A book. He couldn't scam you, and he claimed this repeatedly. But the question is that true?
Because there would be hella
Stories of
documents
changing
showing him
trades.
sending funds
I wasn't
to
so
banking
sure.
networks, right?
And then all of a sudden,
Or nah?
everything magically got erased. And they said, oh, the servers refreshed. We had to refresh the servers. Like that somehow changed all the trades, right?
And not only were the stories shady, when I asked the roommate about
So
it,
that's why
he
they were
told me about a
questioning the
very strange
refresh.
conversation he overheard.
Because if it's A book, you can't refresh it. But if it's B book, that's why they're able to like go back and falsify stuff. Wow, okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, hold up.
I was in my room one day and I overheard a conversation and I thought I caught something about B booking, switching people from A book to B book. And so I asked Dave about it and he blatantly said to me, he's like, yeah, he's like, if people are going to be losing, we might as well B book them because we're just leaving money on the table. It was kind of a shock to me because that's, you know, kind of went
Goes against the
everything
whole
that they
thing.
had
Oh, so that's
sort of
why.
built this platform on.
So that's why he switched up. That's why he switched up, because he didn't agree with him starting to scam people, basically.
So I just didn't really know how to take that, but I just took it for what it was.
Wow, if this is true, this means their whole story is fake. But of course, claiming this is a pretty huge accusation, and I didn't want to do it on the word of just one person, because it would mean that everything was built on lies and fraud. So I wanted more proof. So to do this, I set up a Discord channel to investigate Trader's Domain and invited all the victims to come share with me what they had found. And soon, many of them started sharing evidence, including a document which they said would prove that they were B-booking. These people showed me an invoice from a platform called B2Broker.
The shit is called B-booking? Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Like, people never watched any scamming movies or nothing. Like, they just went and did the same exact. You went to the B-book website? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. People like, what?
Trader's Domain FX, which had a very important line item. Quote, minimum monthly payment for the use of B-book service. Why would Trader's Domain need to pay for a B-book service if they were A-book? Now, of course, we also need to talk about who is B2Broker.
Let them cook.
They call themselves a white label solution for brokerages and exchanges, which simply means they sell a brokerage product that you can slap your name on. And it appears that this is exactly what Ted Safranco did, which means that the back end of Trader's Domain and what Ted is even selling is just a rebranded product. So we'll put B2Broker on the board over here because they're going to be key to understanding this whole scam. Because as I found more of these invoices,
wait, so is he saying that he was selling them on B2B's product, but on the back end he was like falsifying shit or like doing it weirdly? Hold on. I got lost.
Realized
I got lost. Hold on.
May have helped facilitate this whole thing. All apparently for the low price of $1,000 a month for this fee. Now, what these several invoices do is not only corroborate the story the roommate was telling us about B-booking, it means that the trades and the crazy returns are all likely fake. It was all a fraud based on a software Ted himself never even built. And of course, now the question is, okay, if the trades are fake, where did the money go? Because the investment money was very much real, even if the trades were fake. We know for a fact that over $100 million was invested based on the CFTC's estimate, but based on what I have, I think it's significantly more.
So he was doing exactly what everybody was saying he was pretty much doing. Was he was getting investments and then using the new investments to pay off old stuff. And he just kept compiling and like paying people off crazy money to bring in more people and then stopping it after a while. Okay. Wow. I guess, yeah, like there's no way that doesn't come to an end after a while. Like there's no way. It's just inevitable.
Either way, we're talking about an extremely large amount of cash. So it had to go somewhere. I mean, we know from our first episode that a lot of it went to this company called CCAP Holdings, but what happened after that? As I began to ask myself this question, I was contacted by an anonymous source who found out that I was investigating. As I said, I had made it public at that point, and they told me they had a friend who might know something more.
Oh, here
something
we go.
That could, quote, show B-book activities, money laundering, and fake invoices. They asked if I was interested. Of course I was. And when this friend got in touch, they claimed to have
2,000 documents?
2,000 plus files and documents on Trader's domain. I was a little skeptical at first, but when the files showed up, even I was surprised.
Oh, hell no. Coffee, you gotta chill out. You gotta chill out. That was crazy. I just got so scared. I was like, oh my God. Oh, bro, the upgrades to the studio is crazy. The upgrades to the studio is crazy. My boy Coffee really cooking.
Documents.
God damn, Zilla, what the fuck? Nah.
A pattern.
Nah. Nah, that's hard. That's so hard. What?
The more I pulled on the threads, the more I realized this was all connected. All right, I think I get it. I think I understand how Trader's Domain took in money. If you look at our old understanding of the company, we had the basics, but we're missing several things, okay? It starts with the sponsors. They were micro celebrities or influential people who were paid very well to bring in investors, money. And the more you brought in, the more you were paid, which was actually explained to me by a sponsor who had $10 million underneath him. So you've got 10 million under you that's locked up. How many does the guy above you have?
He won't even tell me, but millions. He was getting like probably $500,000 a month just in payouts. Like I was doing well out there. I was getting paid like 20, 30,000 a month.
All right, so these sponsors would get a cut of the money that they brought in, which meant that they went out and flexed on social media to bring in more clients. Some bragged about yachts, some invited people to DM them for 10% monthly ROI deals.
Wait,
either
all
way,
of these
once
guys
the
are
victims were on the hook, they would be instructed to go one of two payment routes. The first option was cash. They would wire.
What's so wild is like, it's almost like I've seen all of these people on social media. I've seen all of these people. This is crazy.
Money to a US-based bank like CCAP Holdings with a generic memo that said services and definitely.
Bro, it blows my mind because I see it and I'm like, I don't believe, like, how do people believe it? It blows my mind. This is crazy.
Not Forex or investments, because that would trigger red flags. And once word went out that the wire had been sent, before the money even got there, Trader's Domain would immediately credit them on the back end with fake money, which we know from interviews I did.
He would credit my account without ever having any money, before I ever gave him money, you know what I mean?
So the numbers were there before you ever got...
Before I ever paid for anything.
So that day I get a Trader's Domain confirmation, and it shows up in my Trader's Domain, $500,000 sitting in my account. The next day, Chase calls me and they go, oh, we just want to verify this is you. And I'm like, oh, you haven't released the wire?
Oh my God. So they had accredited your account before the money had ever hit?
Yeah, before the money had ever hit.
All right, but if the money on Trader's Domain was fake, where did the real money go? Well, I believe they had a money laundering operation to get the money offshore. This is based on a series of invoices I was given showing money being sent from onshore banks, Ted Safranco, David Negus, Tin Tran controlled, like Sag Capital, and then they would send that to offshore companies, shell companies, which were very suspicious. For example, we found invoices sending $100,000 to a company called Safe Seal Technology. Why? In another one, they sent $1 million to Discover Tour Plus. Now, this one in particular had a website, and if you go to discovertourplus.com, they claim to be a travel agency.
Oh,
but
really?
There's nothing to actually buy. I tried booking my own vacation, which I desperately need at this point because I'm way too deep in this investigation, but none of the links would let me book. So this website appears to just be a front for funneling millions of dollars offshore. Besides, who even pays $1 million to a travel agency if you're a Forex investment company, especially does that multiple times? Of course, the alternate explanation is that the reason you might send money from a shell company in the US to an offshore shell company is to launder that money, because then you can now declare that $1 million the travel agency took in the result of a bustling business instead of fraud. Now, that's my theory, but we have...
But don't you have to prove that you have, like, that you did all the traveling? Like, when you have to have, like, photos? Oh, my God. I wonder if, like, they go, like, they do the $1 million thing, right? And then they go and they travel, like they have, like, travel around that time to, like, almost say, like, oh, this is what that was. But they would have had to have spent money on whatever it was. Like, I'm confused. I don't understand how that stuff works. Or like how there's not like investigations going to where they catch it. I always feel like the cops know a lot of this stuff is going on, but they want the bigger fishes. Like they try to go for the big guys rather than just cleaning up all the little people, you know? And I feel like for some reason, even though this is like almost like at like half of like 500, like they're at 500 billion basically, like there's gotta be bigger fish. And like that's what's scary, bro. There's gotta be
of these invoices which seem to confirm it. And you might expect that this was the main way Trader's Domain moved large chunks of cash. But you'd be wrong, because in 2023, laundering money through banks is like communicating with smoke signals instead of text messages. No, the real way to launder money has changed. Today, it's crypto. So this brings us to option 2 of how to move money. Crypto is the main way Trader's Domain moved money. It was perfect for them, and it was the main way they circumvented regulation.
But how?
At the beginning of
because I thought you could find it if you know the names of the stuff, right?
Couldn't solicit U.S. investors, but Trader's Domain told people that up front. They said, quote, Trader's Domain does not solicit U.S. clients. However, they would claim underneath that, quote, just a note, we have crypto accounts available, which is sort of like saying, hey, we don't let in U.S. clients through the front door, but just a note, we have a back door.
And they were just able to post that? What? But you need to clean the smaller ones, because if you don't and only go for the big guys, the small ones could take over. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes no sense to me. And all these people are still just out here getting hurt. It's some weird shit going on, bro. It's some weird stuff going on. And I feel like somehow, some way, there's like fees and stuff that are happening and money that's still getting paid out to the government for a lot of this stuff, which is why they don't just stop all of it, because I feel like it takes away a lot of their bottom line.
Because when you went to their website to sign up, I kid you not, as country of origin, you could select your country as the country of crypto, which unsurprisingly, some people actually did.
One of the early things that felt weird to me is that you couldn't register as a U.S. citizen on his website.
And yet you did it anyway.
You had to go in as a crypto user. I can still show you on my account where I'm listed as a crypto user and not a U.S. citizen.
That is clearly illegal. But the reason it matters is not that they circumvented regulations.
Why do people come online and show this off? Are the cops not going to arrest these people? What is happening right now?
What? Do that all the time. It's the scale this was all happening on. This wasn't a few dollars. This is hundreds of millions. I mean, a single one of their payment processors in crypto complained in a recent lawsuit that the founder believed that, quote, the Trader's Domain is clearly a Ponzi scheme. They have moved over $50 million in cryptocurrency and US currency directly to the Trader's Domain systems. Not only that, a different payment processor also had their transaction data with Trader's Domain leaked to us. With the help of a blockchain intelligence company called Crystal Blockchain, we traced even more money that had come in. According to them,
Holy.
roughly 450 million went into traders' domain.
Oh my.
And that combined with the 50 million from that other crypto payment processor is where we arrived to our $500 million estimate. Now, bear in mind, this is just crypto. This is not talking about fiat here, and this is real money that went in, not fake Ponzi gains. And at this point in the investigation,
what is happening?
I'm feeling pretty confident. We have two really big things. The first is that the scale of this thing is huge, probably bigger than even the government believes it is. But I also feel extremely confident we have proof of fraud. And the only thing left to do is confront the man behind it all, Ted Safranco. And this is also the thing that I've been putting off doing the whole time, to be honest, because the entire investigation, as I spoke to people, I was warned not to reach out because Ted was well known for going after anyone who went after his brokerage. He allegedly said things like, quote, "You want to come after my brokerage, you have a death wish," in messages. And
bro had like, what? Over like $500 million. You understand what I'm saying? Like just chilling, just waiting to be paid. Like there's no way I'm threatening that man. Oh my God, pump the stock, chat. Coffee's got the fattest cock on the planet. Oh my God.
And I am going to put a bounty on your head. There were a lot more of these. And of course, he also famously threatened people on video.
I'd take a flight to the UK right now and just fucking show up and curb stomp their heads.
Whoa.
Yeah, I get arrested. So what? I win because they're dead.
So yeah, the guy is kind of a psycho. So I was very nervous about doing this. And so I decided to go to the bar and get me a little bit of liquid courage.
Come on, Coffee. You've been sitting here for 2 hours. Are you gonna do it or not?
Give me this one more shot, okay? And then I'll do it.
Bro, bomb it. Bro, Coffee is so good at this, man.
Here goes nothing.
Let's go. He got this nigga's number? What the fuck?
Come on, Ted.
What the
I
fuck?
bet you he's not even gonna answer.
Just hit this nigga up on the chat.
Answer the come on.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Please record your message.
I knew it. That settles that. You want another drink?
I guess so.
You humans are such odd creatures. You were nervous about calling, yet you seem upset he didn't answer?
I was concerned. I mean, but once I was committed, I don't know, it just feels a little anticlimactic, I guess.
Maybe it's for the best. Not everything has a Hollywood ending. You do the best you can, and sometimes you have to enjoy a consolation prize.
What's that?
How about a drink with a friend?
Wait, I thought you couldn't drink.
Take the shot, Coffee.
Take the shot.
I've been watching you hide. I just close my eyes. I've known for a while.
What?
My dear, if you keep pulling that thread.
Yo!
I'll unravel in your head.
Is he dropping merch? What?
Hello?
Oh, it's
Before
gonna
we
be
continue,
brilliant.
Obviously, I've spoken to my counsel. We know about your YouTube channel now. We reviewed it. I mean, there's really nothing of substance on there, to be honest. I think it's more of a glorified clickbait channel.
I'm in chats right now on Telegram. He's still in there actively saying that he's trading.
You can think anything you want. You can turn around and say that I am gaming the system, I'm gaming my followers.
That is such a chicken response from a total coward. No accountability at all.
I'm the enemy of the state for most people because of what I do and how I do it.
Nobody knows anything about his wife because they don't have the resources that I have. My resources can find out every little thing about you. You will see the amount of destruction I leave.
Here's our response. We fully support individuals who are fighting against scams and illegal or unethical schemes. As soon as we became aware of the negative information concerning traders' domain conducted a comprehensive internal compliance check and promptly terminated our agreements with them. Oh God. When I see a response like that, I immediately just like be too broke. They knew what was going on. They're just getting and ducking out as soon as, you know what I'm saying, the kettle gets hot type shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane, bro. It blows my mind that stuff like this is even able to happen. Like the fact that he's able to even get these people on the phone, like it just shows that like a lot of like they really are manic, like just crazy, like just sick individuals, bro. It's not even, it's like it's literally nothing but that. That's God, that's insane. Ugh, Jesus. People, man.